Alright, footy fans, get ready to join the chat as we talk everything about footy. Here at the NRL Live Chat 2.0 podcast. Here are your hosts, P.J. and Breno.
Hi footy fans, greetings and welcome to another episode of the NRL Live Chat 2.0 podcast. We are your hosts. I'm Breno, and of course here with the tipster extraordinaire we have PJ. How you doing, mate?
How we going, everyone? We've got a few gremlins in the system tonight, so
a bit of a delay.
Bear with us. It's been a challenge.
Anyway.
Yeah, what a weekend of football, though. Some great games, some great results. I actually tipped them all right, but I changed my Sharks tip to the Storm and cost myself a perfect round, which was disappointing. But lots of big news this week. I can't wait to get into it.
Yeah, fair enough. Don't change your tips. There's a tip for the day. All right, so don't forget, if you're watching on the group page, make sure you chat away. And if you're listening to our audio podcast, make sure you check out NRL Live Chat 2.0 Facebook group page. So round 10, PJ, at the beginning, who would have thought Sharks would be up on top? Bunnies are down the bottom. What did you make of the round and what stood out for you?
There's some really good games. I thought the Panthers game, the Bulldogs are really, really good. 2 tries each. That was an interesting result. I hope people were on the Dolphins because they got the win. I said they would. And the Titans, I said they'd win too.
Yeah.
So
we've done all right.
Let's have a look at some scores.
3 try blitz in 5 minutes in the first half. Carried the Dolphins 30-24 win over the injury hit Seagulls at Suncorp. Turbo and Saba out though. We got Panthers grinding their way to a 16-10 victory over the Bulldogs. They're facing another extended period without Nathan Cleary after he re-aggravated his hamstring injury. And the Knights continue to charge up the competition ladder. With a 20-14 victory over the West Tigers. That marks 3 straight wins in a row for Adam O'Brien's men. Bradman Best had a blinder bag and 2 tries and a heap of attacking stats. And probably cementing his spot in the Origin team, I reckon, if it's too early to start talking about that. But anyway.
Yeah, the Knights game, that was a great game. Bradman Best absolutely has to be a centre in Origin. But we'll talk about that next week probably. In the second half of the games, the Dragons, Rabbitohs, that was a close game. A lot of handling errors, but Dragons too good for the Bunnies, 28-14. Storm Sharks, it was game of the round. We knew it would be. First versus second week or first playing each other. It was a really high-quality game. The Storm played amazing. And when the Sharks got the field goal, I thought they might edge home. And then they go and score from the kickoff to lock it in. So 25-18, the Sharkies now outright first. The Roosters were great against the Warriors, 38-18. They're definitely putting a stamp on their credentials for premiership contenders. And the Gold Coast, I told you, I hope you backed them. They were up 20-0 before they put the cure away. And the Cowboys come storming back, but they just ran out of time with the Gold Coast Titans winning 20-18.
Yeah, right. Some interesting scores there. Anyway, let's have a look at the NRL ladder after round 10. And as we've said a number of times already, Cronulla Sharks are on top on their own after beating Melbourne. The bottom 4 stay the same. There's a couple of teams have risen up. Roosters, Brisbane and Raiders looking good in the 8.
Yeah, Canberra back in the 8. Manly probably threw 2 points away again. They just games. They had a really good lead, 18-6, and then 3 straight tries right before half-time. And the Dolphins are off, and they just never caught them. Dragons got a win, so they're back up to 11th. But the teams at the bottom are sinking down, and they're getting further and further behind. It's time that the West Tigers and Bunnies especially start getting some wins.
Yeah. All right, let's have a look at the tips for round 10. And as you said before, look at you go. Got the full round there, even though you changed them at the last second. But the ones that we locked in, you got 8 out of 8. And I managed to grab 6 again. Done well.
Yeah, pretty happy with that.
done well. Yeah, try and back it up now with this week. Anyway, let's check out what's happening in round 11. We are here after 10 rounds complete. Now focus on all games at one stadium. We're off to Brisbane and Suncorp Stadium for the Magic Round 2024. Whole weekend is sold out apparently. So let's get excited for some round 11 Magic action. So there's no Thursday game this week, but tonight we've got the Women's Origin kicking off, New South Wales and Queensland. I sort of find it interesting that they start the Origin before the women's comp even starts. So how do you know who's going to be fit enough to play? But anyway, first of the women's games tonight, and they're actually playing 3 matches in the series for the first time this year. So hoping for a Blues victory.
Yeah, great news. They're playing 3 games. The women's game finally getting the credit it deserves. And I'll be cracking a beer very soon and getting ready for that one. Go the Blues.
I hope so. It should be a good game. All right, let's have a look at what's happening in the NRL round 11 at the Magic Round in Brisbane. We're going to kick off on the Friday at 6 p.m. with Raiders and the Bulldogs. Raiders sitting in 7th. Bulldogs are in 9th. Some interesting things here where Bulldogs look like they're set to be favourite, paying $1.63. Raiders are paying $2.28 after the Raiders had that narrow win against Sea Eagles. Bulldogs had a loss against the Panthers. Rapana's returning to the Raiders this week as well, so I'm looking at Raiders 1-12.
Yeah, I'm going to go the same. Rapana in, I think that could be enough to get them home. Connor Tracy, 167 metres last week against the Panthers. He's just taken the fullback spot from Blake Taff. So a message to the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs. If we got any of the board or anyone of the coaching staff listening, we'll take Blake Taff back, thanks. We'll buy him back. We need him. We need players. So he's number 23 this week, Blake Taff. He won't even be on a bench, let alone a starting lineup, and we'd love him back. But yeah, Raiders, this will be a good game. Bulldogs were really good last week. They're starting to play together and get that consistency in their play. So it'll be a close one, but I'm going Raiders 1-12.
Yeah. Also, I've got an image up there. So Ricky Stewart's re-signed till 2029. A nice little sum there. Well done. All right, let's head into
huge signing for the Raiders.
Yeah.
They're showing that they back him, and he actually heard him on the radio today. He said, I'm really excited to be working with the young guys that I've been bringing through to fully develop them into the NRL. And isn't it great to hear a coach say that? That's awesome.
Absolutely, yeah. Hopefully he can get him a premiership soon. Anyway, let's jump into the second Friday night game, kicking off at 8:05. I don't know why it's such a random time. Anyway, Seagulls taking on the Broncos. Seagulls are sitting in 8th. Surprisingly, and Broncos are sitting in 6th. Seagulls, after that loss to the Raiders, they're paying $3.73. And as we said before, Saab and Tommy Turbo's out. But we also have some breaking news today that Broncos, the Walsh is out as well. So, but I'm still tipping Broncos 13+. So I don't know what your thoughts are here, PJ.
Yeah, I think I'm going Broncos 1-12. Reece Walsh is a big loss. I'm guessing Tristan Sailor just comes in for him. NRL website not updated yet. Ola Kawatu back for Manly, but losing Jason Saab and Tommy Turbo. Yeah. I see they've named Brandon Wakeham as well. Manly on their extended bench, but he's in some hot water over some alleged drug trafficking, I believe. So watch that space to see what happens there. Broncos, too consistent for me. I think their forwards are doing a great job. Jock Madden and Ezra Mam are playing well with Adam Reynolds steering the ship from the sideline. Yeah. I think it'll be 1-12 Broncos, I said. So we'll go with that.
Yeah, I might even need to change that 1-12, but anyway. Let's jump into the next game. This is my game of the round. Titans take on the Knights. 3 o'clock on the Saturday. So Knights are paying $1.65, so a little bit of a favourite there after their win against the Tigers, and the Titans had that win over the Cowboys. They just held on there. So Brimson and Foreign are out. There's a whole heap of Titans out. And Knights have lost Gamble and DSAF. But yeah, I'm tipping the Knights 1-12 here.
Yeah, I think I've gone Titans 1-12. I didn't realise Forum was out. I might change my tip. Do you change your tip after you just cost yourself a perfect round? I'm not sure.
Just spoke about that,
Kieran
didn't
Foran
we?
out. I know. Yeah, AJ Brimson, huge loss. But the Knights 3 in a row. They're looking good. Ponga is disappointing that he'll be missing for some time now. But they seem to put it together last week. They might be able to do it, but I'm going Titans 1-12.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. Also, Tuala's 100th NRL game, so good luck to him. All right, let's head into the next Saturday game. Kicking off at 5:30. We've got number 1 versus number 5. It's Sharks and Roosters. I actually think this will be the match of the round. Both teams playing really well at the moment. So Roosters are paying $1.71 after their nice little win against the Warriors, and Sharks $2.15 after their win against the Dragons last week. So they've named Nico Hines, but I'm not sure after last week when he pulled out if he's still going to be fit, or Manu's out for the Roosters as well. Brandon Smith returns, so I'm going to tip Roosters 1-12 on this one.
Yeah, I've gone Sharks. If Nico Hines is out, you can guarantee I won't change my tip, and the Roosters will win. So I'm having that kind of luck. But Tupanua's back as well. It'll be a cracker. It's absolutely the match of the round. This is a blockbuster. The Sharks are flying high. Beat Melbourne in Melbourne for the first time in 13 matches, and they're up against the Roosters, who were very inconsistent at the start of the year and scratchy. They put together some big scores in the last 3 weeks, and they're really trying to establish themselves as title contenders. You've got to win this one to prove that.
Definitely, this is definitely a game to win. So Tupou's playing his 250th NRL game, and Lindsay Collins' 100th NRL game. So good luck to them guys. Okay, let's jump into the other Saturday game. We have Rabbitohs taking on the Cowboys. Cowboys are paying $1.34. Rabbitohs sitting on last. Cowboys are dropping down to 12th. I'm tipping Cowboys 1-12. But there's also been some talk, PJ. $3.3 million over 3 years, a deal for the Supercoach. Wayne Bennett might be coming back. Looking at being the first coach for the PNG team as well, which was announced that they might be bringing PNG. So all our PNG fans are getting excited for that one. We've got a bit more on that a bit later.
Yep.
But leaving it open to...
get him back, Wayne Bennett.
One of
his, get him back.
One of
back
his
in the Bunnies colours, mate. We need him.
He might be coaching the
What's
Rabbitohs,
that?
or he might not be. So... in true Bennett form there, he didn't confirm anything. Yeah, nothing's been signed yet, but anyway.
Yeah. I thought it was good when the media asked him if he's interested. He said, well, I'm unemployed next year. Why wouldn't I be? But this week, this game, I'm actually tipping the Bunnies. I've tipped us 3 times this year, and we won one of those 2. So this will be the second win for the year for the Rabbitohs, I'm sure of it. Latrell Mitchell started to get back to form. Alex Johnston back in. We really need him back in. Jacob Gagai and Tane Milne all back. The Cowboys looked diabolical for 70 minutes last week. They were atrocious
really
with
bad.
The players that they have. They'd be hanging their heads in shame the way they played, especially when they almost came back and won it. That means they're going to be up for it. But I've got a feeling, the Bunnies are going to win this one.
I had that feeling last week. I thought Latrell might have... maybe they got 2 tries. I thought him being back, and thought they might have done all right. But anyway, definitely going to stick with the Cowboys. I think of that one. All right, let's head into game number 6 on Sunday. First Sunday game. Warriors are taking on the Panthers. Warriors sitting down in 14th. Panthers jumped up into 2nd. After their win against the Bulldogs. They only just won against the Bulldogs. And as we said before, Cleary is out of the Panthers and Johnson's out of the Warriors, so that'll be interesting. I'm tipping Panthers 1-12 though, I think.
Yep, I tipped Panthers last week 13 plus in my multi. They got up 1-12, which meant I didn't get my multi right. But I am going 13 plus again. Warriors without Sean Johnson really struggle. They really struggle for direction. Anything good happens in attack, it's usually him. So I'm tipping them to have a tough night. Dylan Edwards has been outstanding this year. He's my pick for Origin fullback. It'll be Tedesco. We all know how New South Wales works. But hopefully Michael Maguire is picking players on form. Dylan Edwards has had Tedesco covered for several years, and he's got him covered again this year. So he should be a shoo-in for the New South Wales fullback. Penrith 13+.
Yeah, nice. And it's Zelezniak's 200th NRL game as well, so good on him. Good luck. Okay, the other Sunday game we got at kicking off at 4:05. There's that odd time again. Storm are taking on the Eels. Storm sitting in third. Eels dropped down to 13th after their loss against the Broncos last week. Coates returns to the Storm as well, and still no Paps or Hughes, so there's still missing a few there. But I'm still going to take Storm 1-12, I reckon, for this one.
Yeah, Xavier Coates back in, huge in for the Storm.
For sure.
He's an attacking machine. Blaze Talangi, he's been really good for Parramatta since Gutherson's been out. I thought he's kind of one of the only shining lights that they've had. If they're going to win this game, he's got to have a dead set blinder. But Melbourne Storm don't lose two at home very often.
No.
I haven't got a stat man. Maybe he can tell us.
Yeah,
but we haven't got a stat for that. But I can't see anything but Melbourne 13+ here.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's have a look at the final game of the round. We have Tigers taking on the Dolphins. Tigers down in 15th. Dolphins still sitting in 4th there after their win against the Seagulls last week. I'm going to tip the Dolphins 13+. Api Carousel is 200th NRL game as well. So there's a few milestones this week.
Yeah, West Tigers, good without being great. They just keep kind of doing enough to lose. 6-8 point losses, which is a lot better than last year when they were just getting smashed every week. South Sydney are doing their best to emulate the West Tigers of 2023. But Tabuai Fido back in. Poor. Yeah, probably Dolphins 13+. I've gone 1-12. I think the Tigers will fire up at home, especially at the Magic Round, especially with Appy's 200th game.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm going Dolphins 1-12.
Nice. All right, that's the end of round 11, Magic Round. So see what you take out of that one. So there's a little bit of breaking news. Well, not so breaking, but we're a little bit behind the times here at the moment. But everyone's been talking about a few things here. So the big one would be David Fafita backflips on his Roosters deal. What can you say about this? But yeah, announcement came out this week that he decided to sign with the Roosters, leaving the Titans. And yesterday, big news everywhere saying that he backflipped on the decision and is staying with the Titans. Sounds like he had a bit of some second thoughts there. Then the Roosters released this statement claiming they actually withdrew the offer. A bit messy, but good news for Titans fans here.
Yeah, and just so everyone's fully aware of what's happened here, the Roosters withdrew the offer. He didn't choose not to go there. What a joke. What a joke from the Roosters, seriously. Bringing that statement out, he clearly chose not to go there. They didn't withdraw the offer, so now he can't go there because they don't have an offer. Roosters just trying to save face. They're in crisis mode, winning on the field, but off the field, they've got a lot of old players leaving. They're not getting any recruits. They missed out on Gagai. They've missed out on Fafita now. They've upset Angus Crichton, who said, hey, I'm not going to play behind anyone. So if anyone wants me, and all of a sudden this happens, so I'm not even surprised that they're related. Manu's gone. Suwali's gone. Yeah. Roosters really can't recruit anyone for next year. It kind of makes me feel warm and tingly inside.
Said the Rabbitohs fan. Yeah, of course.
Anyway. Yeah, he didn't reject the Roosters. Just want everyone to be clear of that. They withdrew the offer, okay?
It's definitely as clear as mud, anyway. So another announcement that came out during the week, Volandes is planning the 18th and 19th NRL franchise, revealing possible Bears return along with the Papua New Guinea team Now I can see viewers are excited about their own team for Papua New Guinea in the NRL comp. We put up a post actually the other day asking what you would like the team to be called. This is a very interesting one, I feel. So will they be called the Kumals, I think it's the pronounce, which is actually the national team name.
Boomers?
Yeah, something like that, yeah. Or they're going to head down the road of like what the Warriors and the Dolphins have done, where they've only got the nickname and there's no region attached to the name. Anyway, you guys come up with some great names here. So like Paradise, Keena Shell, Hornbills, Tribesmen, Hunters. My favourite, definitely Huzzy Fuzzy Angels. I don't know how that would go on a logo or if the NRL would allow that, but that's cool.
Yeah, especially when Angels are spelled as Angeles, like Los Angeles. So I don't know if it's meant to be Angels or Angeles or so. But yeah, PNG Paradise was actually suggested by many people on that poll. Yeah. So I was curious what the connection is to Paradise. I know it's a beautiful place, but
Bird of Paradise.
Let us know. Let us know. We want to know why. Yeah, so many people thought Paradise was a great answer. I love it, but I don't know if it's a football team. So, the Hunters already exist in the Queensland Cup.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're going to be the PNG Hunters if they're playing in the NRL. But let us know what you think.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so it's it's 3 weeks away now, State of Origin, and there's a headache for the New South Wales Blues coach. Maguire's first Origin team. After last week, seeing a number of players ruled out and any hope to play for New South Wales with the Origin only 3 weeks away. The most damaging would be the halves pairing. Cleary's out for 8 weeks. So what's happening here? Anyway, thanks to Random Stats Guy, I've got some stats here for potential pairings for New South Wales. So halfback Hines is looking good there. He could be called up. Even though he's ruled out of last week's game. Depends on his fitness, I suppose. Then who goes into 5/8? They've got Burton there, he's got the numbers, but I don't know, let us know what you think. It's a decision needs to be made this weekend, probably.
Yeah. I don't mean to upset any Manly fans, but Luke Brooks, no chance. Dead set, no chance. Cody Walker, dead set, no chance. It's absolutely between Burton and Luai. Burton's stats actually quite surprised me. I thought Luai was a shoo-in, but looking at that, 8 try involvements to 3, 12 line break involvements to 5. He's got him on an overall rating, Scott. I don't know how the rating works out, but 88% tackle efficiency on the Luai side. I would be going Luai and Hines. I think Hines is 100% rating, so he's dead set in. Yeah. Chad's been terrible. Jacko's been good, but, not Origin level good, and Moses got injured. So I think Hines is the 7. It's going to come down to Burton or Luai for the 6, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be Luai.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, watch this space. See what happens after this.
Might have a look at the backline next week. Yeah, might have a look at the backline next week. I don't know when the team's announced, but we should look at the backline next week.
All right, it's this is definitely our favourite moment of the show. Let's have a look.
P.J.'s tip of the week.
Bloody gremlins.
So I did good last week. I got 4 out of 4 tips, but I only got 2 of the margins, which technically means I only got 2 right. But you can see here, I tipped the Panthers 13 plus. They won 1-12. I picked the Broncos 1-12. They won 13 plus. I picked the Roosters 13 plus. That's correct. And the Titans 1-12. That's correct. So 4 out of 4 on the tips, but 2 out of 4 in the margin. So I'm aiming to do better this week. Here's what I've got. You ready, Breno?
Yep, let's go. Drum roll.
First game. Drum roll. Raiders 1-12. Okay. Raiders to win 1-12. I've got Panthers 13 plus. I've got the Storm 13 plus. And I've got the old Dolphins. They're going to get home against the West Tigers 1-12. That's your tip of the week. Hopefully I can get 4 this week. Gamble responsibly and have fun watching the footy. It's going to be a great round. A lot of really close games.
P.J.'s tip of the week.
we can get a win off that one. Anyway, I think that pretty much sums up the show today. We had some technical difficulties and a little bit of a delay, but sorry guys. We'll get it all together next week, hopefully. So hope you enjoyed the show anyway, and hope you enjoy your footy for Magic Round. Can't wait to kick back and watch some of these great games. And of course, PJ, enjoy the game, mate.
Yep, go the Knights and go those bunnies. Come on, let's get a win. I'll be dancing with my flag next week if we win, all right? I promise.
Okay, well done. All right, thanks, guys. Good night.
There he is.
Thanks for joining the chat. Join Breno and PJ next week for some more NRL live chat. Goodbye.